I really think, like I said, Pisces, there's something here where it's like a truth that's in you that you haven't shared, and you're meant to share it. Because I don't think you realize what it's gonna do. And in sharing it, like I said too, this could be just how you communicate your truth. Hi Pisces, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. Whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot, comment if this reading resonates in a certain way. First messages that came out when I was clearing your card. Never forget how magical you are, Pisces. You are probably the most magical sign in the zodiac. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Pisces, but there's something to recognizing the magic, the creativeness in you, and letting it really shine. And it's related to Pluto and Aquarius, something that Pluto and Aquarius has been building and encouraging you to transform within you. And I do think it's a means of creative expression. And so if there is something you've always wanted to do, but you've always been scared to do, now is the time to do it. If it makes you feel good, if it lifts your vibration, but something in your shadows holding you back out of fear of embarrassment or shame, like these are the things that we're trying to purge. And I recently did the new moon in Pisces reading, and the biggest message was that collective shadow energy of inquisition, persecution, shame, embarrassment, guilt, all of these things that the shadow energy of the Capricorn paradigm that we're leaving has held us down with. All right. And so this is a collective thing. And because Pisces, you are connected to all 12 signs, there's nobody more powerful than you to personally help clear that shadow energy from the collective. So I would love all of us Pisces together, and whatever we've always wanted to do, whatever brings us joy that we are fearful of sharing or even just doing. You know what I mean? It's like you love to sing, but like you don't sing around anybody, and you don't even sing in the shower. Like there's something like that where like you have to do what makes you feel good, okay? And I'm not saying the shadow energy of destructive indulgence, Pisces energy, but what lifts your vibration up, all right? Look at this. Like this is so important. Jupiter and Pisces, the expansion is you. The expansion, Pisces, is you being you. And I love that idea of when you lift your vibration to that level, when you go towards the things that bring out that magical child, that's when you welcome in the relationships that match your energy, okay? So that's another interesting thing is like when we do get on that level, and then we do notice like people, that there's friction or contrast in our relationships, like that's meant to happen. If you're meant to realign, if where you're at isn't where you're meant to be, when you shift that, why would, if everybody else is staying in that lane, like it's like changing lanes, all right? You turn your blinker on, I want to go to the right lane. Not everybody else is going to go to the right lane, all right? Other people will stay in their lane. Some people might switch lanes with you, but that's where that dependency shadow energy is really hard with Pisces, to kind of like not feel a sense, like I said, guilt, shame of doing that, because we are a very caring sign. Like we're too empathetic at times where we absorb other people's energy so much we don't know how to detach ourselves from it and embrace our personal power. Like it's a choice on how we see things too. There's a perspective of like how we see things and how we think about them that we really need to change. So like I said, instead of like, I'm feeling like, you know, my relationships aren't working, what do I need to do to fix it? This is redirecting me to where I need to be, all right? But Saturn, I'm telling you, blocks, limitations, fears. There's something here with your Saturn placement. And Saturn in Pisces, that's what the Eight of Cups is ruled by, is Saturn in Pisces. So remember, Saturn went direct in Pisces November 4th, 2023. And this has been encouraging us to rise above our blocks, fears, and limitations to welcome in the transformation that Pluto and Aquarius has been welcoming in since January, okay? So I do think this is an emotional transformation. I do think this is a way for us, again, like there's some emotional barrier that has been preventing us, because it can be a plethora of reasons why, and maybe the tarot will get into it. But most important thing is you're being encouraged to shine that magical child inside you, to express yourself with all your wonderful Pisces magic. And I am excited to see what we've got going on for Pisces. And Gorilla's Feel Good got stuck in my head too. So it could be connected to music. It could just, like I said, it's something to raising your vibration, to answering the wake-up call. Check your North Node too. That's a very important message, because your North Node is where you are meant to go on this journey, right? It's your future. It's your destiny. And it brings you such emotional fulfillment. There's this level of emotional evolution that all of us individually have been on, and it's meant to raise the emotional evolution of our collective, like raise the vibration, if you will. Very cool. Okay. Page of Swords, energy from last week into this week. This could be a child in your life, but more specifically, I'm getting this as your inner child because of seeing the next swords in the deck. But the Page of Swords, the pages are children, and this is communication. And this can intimate forceful communication. So if you're somebody who never felt heard, and or you've always silenced your truth because of fear of how other people are going to interpret it, you're really being asked to speak your truth, but you're asking to really think about how you speak your truth. And so if this is a child though too, so let's say you're a parent, or more specifically, if you're a parent and you have a child and your child is throwing a tantrum, right? And you don't know how to deal with it because it's emotionally affecting you. It could be that energy too, but we'll clarify it, so we'll get more clarity on that. But really the message I'm getting here is there's a very important means of communicating our truth, and we have to make a choice on how we communicate it. Are you going to stand in your power and speak your truth without fear, or are you going to continue to choose to keep the peace? That's really what this card is asking right now. And this could be a truth from childhood, all right? But there's something here you're being encouraged to really contemplate how you speak your truth. All right, this week's energy, Nine of Swords. This is a lot of worry. And so this is why I think this is something that you haven't necessarily spoken. Or if you do it in a way where the emotional water floodgates pop open. But this is really questioning and feeling like you shared something you shouldn't have, guilty, that, all that negative thinking. It's also ruled by Mars and Gemini. And so we do have to be mindful of our communication. We do have to be mindful of not only our communication with others, but our communication with ourselves. And that's why I think we're going to see the Ten of Coins, the reason for that, in just a second. But how you assert yourself is very, very important when it comes to communication. So please contemplate that. And this is something too where this journey you're on, this Pluto, it's taking you somewhere where you don't know what's going to happen, and that can be scary. And so that can be keeping you up at night. You have to make a choice on which direction you're going in, that you know which one you want to take, but you don't know, you're comfortable in knowing what to expect with the situation you're in. You don't know what's going to happen by taking the other choice, okay? Next week though, Ten of Coins. This is one of the best cards in the deck. This is wealth. This is some sort of karmic completion too, when it comes to your family, your friends, when it comes to our means of manifesting. But what I love here is you're unlocking something, and the way you unlock that is with being very mindful of your communication. And so again, it's how you communicate your truth. A reminder to shadow energy from Pisces, victimhood. All right. It's really easy to get sucked into that. It's not saying you've never not been a victim, but it's saying to hold on to that identity is not going to serve you. But most importantly, I think that this card is saying you're going to unlock your wealth, your abundance, your happy relationships when you are really strict with the communication you put out into the world, all right? Virgo is your polar natal sign. And so that can be where we need to empower ourselves with being very much like when these intrusive thoughts creep up, okay, that's not how I want to think about this situation. And how can I empower myself to do better? Like, so if you're in a relationship that's not working, instead of, you know, trying to fix it, or like, what can I do to make this different? Like, the universe might be telling you that it's time to shift gears. It's same with career. If like career is actually a better example, especially because this is like related to material abundance. I'm not happy at my job, but I'm just going to complain about it. Instead of, I'm not happy at my job, I'm going to spend an hour before bed putting my resume out there. Like, so that's the thing where it's like, it's all about how you're communicating your truth and also what you deserve. So set those intentions. Make sure you set your intentions, because you not only have to set your intentions, but you have to align your thoughts and your actions with it. But I'm seeing this worrying is honestly, I'm seeing is more of a reminder, like I said, from the transformational Pluto and Aquarius, of like how we have tripped ourselves up, but we're slowly getting there. All right, Page of Swords. Well, that was easy. Yeah, okay, this makes perfect sense. So Four of Cups. If there's a truth that we've never wanted to face, if there's a truth we've never felt comfortable communicating, we might disassociate. We might get stuck in la la land. We might, like I said, like instead of having to deal with that, oh, well, I'll just focus on what is unattainable at this time. That you don't want to do that. I really think, like I said, Pisces, there's something here where it's like a truth that's in you that you haven't shared, and you're meant to share it, because I don't think you realize what it's gonna do. And in sharing it, like I said too, this could be just how you communicate your truth. Like I said, if like you're let's say you write poetry and you've always written down like your deepest, darkest emotions, and they're really raw, and you've always been scared to share it because of, you know, your fear of how people are going to see it, like that's something where it's holding you back. And so instead of that, you get lost in the dreaming, and you get lost in the escapism instead of facing it. Okay. All right. Nine of Swords. Why is this the Nine of Swords? Honestly, like I'm seeing this as like, you do put your truth out there. You've recently put your truth out there, and now you're afraid of what's going to happen afterwards, right? I love seeing this. Let go of something that's holding you back, okay? 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, Queen of Coins. Yes. All right. Surrendering. This is what I'm saying is like, finally you're like, I can free myself of this. I can share this, and I can just let go of it. And it has to do with some deep, deep hurt, a deep wound that has like pierced your heart. All right. But you have to see, if you can't see it now, there's some reason that this hurt is helping you grow, and you're probably not going to see it until after, like this isn't something you're going to see while it's happening. It's going to be years down the road. But hello, Queen of Coins. So when you surrender to the universe, when you accept, okay, like me speaking my truth is going to liberate me, and I can release this hurt in some way, then you unlock the Queen of Coins. But if it's like, and two, you know, here's the deal too. You can always do this wonderful magic where you write down all of this hurt, especially on the days leading from a full moon, like the days after a full moon. Write down all of these truths and then burn them. But if this is something where you feel like this expression of truth can help others, you're meant to share it, all right? But look at this coin unlocks here. All this fear is not serving you. So much swords. Wow. Okay. Let's clarify the 10 of coins. Why is the 10 of coins here? For Pisces. Giving you a big warm Pisces hug too, Pisces, because it can be difficult to sit in being uncomfortable. That's something too, like where it's hard, especially when we absorb other people's energy. Like, what's my energy and what's, what's my energy and what's somebody else's energy. You're going to celebrate this, okay? The 10 of Coins by the Hanging Man. This is really needing to see things in a new perspective and letting go of something and rethinking your identity in a way that changes your perspective on yourself. Very interesting message. I want to get one more clarifier. That was a very interesting message. That's also ruled by Neptune. So if you've been having some very interesting dreams lately, like I know I've been having some like old work dreams. I've been having dreams related to like malls. I used to work in a mall when I was in high school. And so those are, you know, related to old identities I've had. So there's this idea of maybe the identity you're living in now, you're not meant to be in it anymore. And there's something like a higher purpose that's calling to you. And you're not seeing it because you're so stuck. You're so stuck in your identity now. Like because we're adaptable, right? Like we're always ready for change, but sometimes we don't get that activation until we show up to the universe, speak our truth authentically, and then they're like, yes, okay, now they're ready to move forward. But look back at old identities you've had that you've outgrown or you've transformed out of. Strength and 7 of Swords. All right, so this is really telling me that there is some sort of hurt or betrayal that has become a part of your identity. And instead of, like I said, the shadow victimhood energy, instead of focusing on that, look at the badass person you've become. Look at the powerful, strong person it has made you. That's interesting. These are the two identities. And this is like, you're meant to let go of this one and embrace this one. Very cool. I absolutely love this for you, Pisces. All right. Let's get an empowering question for Pisces. Because, yeah, that Queen of Coins, that is you, Pisces. It's ruled by Sagittarius and Capricorn, but it's also ruled by water. All right? Enjoy what you have and, like, live in your power confidently. Confidently. Yes, love that it fell on there. Let's see what we got. What if everything is as it should be? How would that make me feel? What if everything is as it should be? How would that make me feel? Write that down. What does that look like to you? What does everything in its right place look like to you? Write it down. I'm talking like writing it down, your schedule day to day. You know what I mean? Like, what are you eating? Where are you going? Where are you living? Who are you with? What does that actually look like? And then once you write it down, analyze it a little deeper, okay? What is everything? Interesting. And unfortunately, too, I think that's like we get lost in the thought of it, of wanting it, that we don't actually see how the universe is guiding us to that because we resist it. All right, we're going to close this out with the archetype card. This can be you or somebody in your life. We all play characters in each other's life, so do take it how it resonates. But the most important part about this is that you be the hero of your own journey, Pisces, okay? So let's see what archetypal card is affecting Pisces this week. Archetypal card affecting Pisces. Like I said, you did get Magical Child when I was clearing, and that was such a lovely card to see because you are magic. Heck, maybe it's even something related to witchcraft, or you know what I mean? Like it might be. Ooh, you actually got this. You got this last week or in your last weekly. So this is, I love this. Okay, light attributes. Highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Shadow attributes. Inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money, and power. So again, I don't know if this is you or somebody in your life, so take it out resonates, but this card has popped up more than once. Very fascinating. Something to be said there. So I hope you enjoyed this reading again, Pisces. Please do hit that like button, comment if resonates a certain way, share with somebody you think it might resonate with, and subscribe to subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. And as always, Pisces, shine your inner light. You've got this.